Hello, hello. It's time for fishing, friends. How's it going? How's it going? I'm being covered with animals right now.
All the animals.
Yep. Well, this is Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny,
I'm Gina.
and this is Lazuli, and that's Tundra. And we talk about fish and a lot of different things in this live stream. So
That's Queen.
that is the queen bee.
Queen Bee.
So we got Sage P. Lindsay here. How you doing, Sage? And we got Crown Tail Half Moon. Great to see you, Crown Tail. Sky Dancer is here. And Silver Creek Aquatics is here. And Vibes Aquatics is here. Great to see everybody. This
Hello,
is
hello.
show number 1 of 2023.
It is.
So it is great to see everybody. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and New Year's. I sure did. We finally celebrated my family Christmas on the 1st of January. So I finally got all my different, Christmas cash and different gift cards and different presents and stuff too. So I got my parents gave me a set of 10-gallon grow bags.
Ooh.
So I think there's 8 of them, or maybe there's 10 of them. I'm not quite sure how many there are in total. But yeah, they're 10-gallon bags, and you can put a bunch of dirt and grow stuff in. So that'll make gardening next year a lot easier. And then I also got a couple gift cards like Aldi and stuff like that. But the main thing was I got a bunch of Christmas cash. So I went out and finally got myself one of those giant brute 44-gallon trash cans, heavy duty. And I got the RODI system running right now, filling that thing up. So that's pretty exciting.
Now that you mention it, I need to finish filling mine up from my last water change I did.
Yeah. Vanoski Fish Kodo. What's up? Only Oscars. How's it going? James B. Hi, hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
And then, let's see. I also went and, today we had a combination birthday party for one of my nephews and 2 of my nieces. But the nephew whose birthday party was supposed to be as well, he didn't ask off of work for today, so he ended up having to work for his own birthday party.
Oh, no.
That was kind of funny.
That's funny. So a week from today is Nathan's birthday party. So we'll see. We'll see if I'll stream from my sister's house again, because that's where it is for this stream. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes whenever we have all the neighbors over, sometimes I have to kind of get away and take a little bit of a nap, because they're a lot. They're a lot of fun, but they're just a lot. And sometimes I have to recluse and take a little nap on the recliner.
Yeah. Great to see you, Michelle. Even though you can't stay.
Aww.
Lurking and setting up for the live stream. Well, that's cool vibes. And then, at the birthday party, it was at Happy Joe's Pizza, which is kind of like a little miniature, kids Dave and Buster's sort of thing. So there's.
Is it kind of Is it kind of like Incredible Pizza? There's a bunch of games and stuff.
Yeah, kind of like Incredible Pizza, and there's little arcade games and stuff for tickets, and then they had a little bitty prize section and stuff, and
nice.
So I, got some, I put some money on a card and played some games myself and let my nieces and nephews play a bunch of games on my card, and ended up getting myself a little vlogging kit out of the little prize section. So it has like a little microphone and a little LED light with a tripod. So it's kind of
Alishon, I hope that bird does take a dump in his eye. That would make good content.
Yeah. That's honestly my biggest fear, is that he's just gonna be sitting up here and just drop right on me.
That would be funny.
Yep. The bird must know Gina's back. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, everybody's missed you the last little bit.
I'm sorry. Everybody got super needy. Like, I usually don't socialize, and then all of a sudden everyone's like Nathan's like, oh, we're gonna go do this. We're gonna go do this. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
I know I've been pretty, busy. I mean, the holiday seasons, they are what they are. Like, I'm a little disappointed. I did like miss out on like all the Fish Fam Christmas giveaways, but like, it is what it is. I didn't participate in it myself, so I'm glad I didn't necessarily, win a prize without, donating anything myself. So.
Right.
Like the sense you knew about these last 2 weeks.
I know. But yeah, for me, we finally have the Shopify point of sale system up. We started it on Tuesday. So it's been crazy. Me like setting it up, and then I had to add all of the fish and inverts in the inventory. That took like 2.5 days. It was crazy. Figuring out the tax, getting the tax to charge properly. That was a whole ordeal. Yeah. And yeah, just figuring out little kinks and bugs. And yeah, it's been fun. So hopefully once we get all those bugs figured out, I can maybe start listing stuff on the website. So yeah, it'll be great fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know our walls have kind of tripped different people out sometimes. It just tripped me out. I saw your dog walking behind you with the tail, and I literally almost turned to be like, wait, I don't have a dog.
Is that dog about to walk into my room? What? That's funny. That would be creepy. Oh my god. If we could coordinate something like that, that'd be hilarious.
Oh man.
Find a husky that looks just like Logan and take him over to your house.
Yeah.
Work some of that magic.
Yeah, so one of the things I did today too is when I was looking for my trash can, Home Depot had the trash cans, but the one that I went to was out of the caster wheel thing or whatever. So I was gonna go to another Home Depot, but when I was on the way to that Home Depot, there was a Menards. So I'm like, well, let me check the Menards.
I love Menards.
Honestly, I mean, Menards is all right, but the checkout always is just, it just kind of weirds me out. I don't really know what to do, like walking behind the people and different stuff. But so I mean, especially it's weird for me because I've only been there like 3 times, I think now. I don't go to Menards very often, but I was looking around for all the different, the wheels. I couldn't find the trash cans, and I kind of was like, got stuck over in the automotive section for a minute or two because I was like, well, my day running light on my car is, burnt out. So let me see if I can find the replacement bulb for it. And I was using their little machine thing, and it didn't make any sense to me, to where I was like, well, let me look up a website to see what sort of replacement bulb I need from a website. And for some reason, I couldn't find the exact like light bulb that I need. Like, is my day running light, not my headlight. But the only things that I could search for were like high beams and low beams. So I guess like, so technically what it actually is it's my low beam. But I end up, finding my caster wheel thing for the trash can. and I go to like an AutoZone on the way home, thinking maybe I'll have better luck there finding which one it is. And it was the same sort of thing. You couldn't figure it out, but eventually I found a light that seemed to be the right one. It said it would work for my car, and the guy said, "Oh yeah, it's just these new cars. They have a fancy thing where it's the same light bulb, but it switches between two different filaments for your high beams and your low beams. So this is the one you need." And and then I look up another video on how to actually change the light bulb in my car, and I kind of hassle with that and get it through. And sure enough, I pull the light bulb out, realize I got the wrong light bulbs.
Oh.
So even though everybody said it was right, the website said it was right, like the connector is not like correct at all. Like for some reason, my headlights are like hardwired like directly into the fuse box and stuff, whereas the lights that I got seem to have like a weird sort of plug thing that I'm supposed to like plug something into it.
Gotcha.
So I might actually have to physically just replace the light bulb itself, not like the light fixture like most of the time you do.
Yeah.
So that might be some extra tedious work if I can't, figure out anymore. I'm gonna have to do more research on the internet, but yeah, it seemed like everything was pointing me in the wrong direction earlier.
Man, I was so disappointed. So one thing I was trying to set up on the Shopify point of sale was automatic discounts, because every week we have 9 livestock items, usually 7 fish and 2 inverts. And I was trying to set it up so that it would automatically take off that weekly sale discount. Turns out that for the point of sale system, you need the upgraded plan, and we just have the basic plan. So I went through all the work of trying to like figure it out, and then I realized, oh, it's because we have the basic plan. I was so mad. I spent like an hour this morning trying to figure it out.
Oh man, that's
Luckily,
always...
Luckily, we didn't have any customers, so like I could concentrate on it. But like, yeah.
So Scuba Stevo got his 3 pounds of fish food today.
Yeah,
shock it so much.
It is a lot. Oh, I think I have a bag of it. I think it's like a little less than 1 pound, and yeah, it's a bag that's sitting on top of the tank. But yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Algae wafers, right?
Yep. And it's not the Hikari ones. It's the V2O brand, which they're thicker. They're more of like an actual like coin rather than like a flattened disc. Yeah, they're thick.
It's a 2016 Hyundai Veloster. Yeah, talked to my car dealer. Yeah. I mean, I bought it like used, so I don't know. I bought it from a dealer still, but it's like it's not like I bought a brand new Hyundai from a Hyundai dealer. I bought a used Hyundai from a Nissan dealer. So I don't know. They might be able to help me out a little bit, but
yeah,
it's just kind of annoying that it's like you search a full phrase of replacement daylight running or day running light for 2016 Hyundai Veloster, and it like doesn't find that for you. You need to talk to Mrs. Loki. Yeah. I have kind of heard her on the radio a couple times.
I don't know who that is.
Stuff. All the way back with the Renaissance Fair where I met
Loki. Gotcha.
Yeah. Lady Loki, yeah.
Lady Loki.
Amateur Aquatic Addiction, what's up?
What's up?
See, I know there's a terrible glare on this tank, but I do kind of have a little bit of a light showing a little bit of the structure that I've been working on this tank. I'm really excited to get it going. I'm taking my time with it, but it's like, I really want to get it going.
I know. I'm excited. I want you to get it going because I want to order these cuttlefish eggs. I want to know what they look like.
Yeah, well, that's even if I order them through you guys, which I could order them through you guys.
Yeah.
But when I was doing, research and stuff on them, just trying to search, purchasing a cuttlefish, like, yeah, there's a couple different websites and stuff that were selling like, egg clusters for, like $300 or something like that for a cluster of, 15 to 25 eggs or so.
Right.
So, I mean, that's the same price for one, already grown cuttlefish. So,
yeah. And you want a whole colony of them. So,
yeah. Even though I kind of have a feeling it's going to end up being like some sort of like gladiator match until there's the one left.
You're going to have a cuttlefish mosh pit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish mosh pit.
What's up? Nano Aquarium guy. How's it going?
Oh, yes, I'm wearing chapstick. Yes, it's supposed to be there. Yes, I'm wearing chapstick. Yes, I am. I know, it's supposed to be there. Yes. Stop it.
This tank down here is really developing quite beautifully with all the different plants in there from my purple globetta. And yeah, she's going to be the topic of another, parody song that I'm working on. Because I heard a song on the radio and I was just like, this is a really good song, but it's also like a really popular song. And then I was like, messing around, and sure enough, like, Purple Globetta fit very well as, good lyrics. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to do a parody song about that. But I got to get my next video out first, which I'm still working on, some of the editing and stuff. I need to refilm a couple clips, but my weekends and stuff, the last couple weekends have been spent on different holiday things and stuff like that. So haven't been able to work on that.
Yeah.
I should have some time here soon. I plan to take a vacation sometime in February. I asked off for 3 different weeks there in February, and whichever one I end up with. But I need to schedule some doctor's appointments, and also spend some time with the parody song and some different stuff too. So
yep.
Yeah.
Sky the Fish Freak, hello.
And then I did also ask off for the week before the Clash. But then, like, if I don't get that week, I kind of asked for, like, a little bit of week. Like, I asked for, like, the Friday and the Thursday right before the Clash off. And we'll see what I end up with. Hopefully nobody, asks off for that week, and I can get that week off for the Clash.
When do you plan on going down? So you say you're going to take the whole week off, but when do you plan on having your travel day?
Well, unlike the Triple Crown, it's not doing a Wednesday and a Thursday thing, so I'm not going to be heading down on like Tuesday. But well, I guess I was heading down on Wednesday to the Triple Crown, but it is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So I'll be heading down, on Thursday, most likely.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do a day early. I might. We'll see. If I end up with that whole week off, then yeah, I might do, head down on Wednesday instead.
Yeah.
What sucks?
Ow, what sucks?
Yeah, Mystery Snail song is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sure. Daytime running light is the same as low beam headlight unless you're talking about fog lamp in the bottom room. Yeah. It is the same as the headlamp. And I more or less figured that out when I was pulling all the different bulbs out and looking at them, that it's the exact same bulb as a headlamp. It's just often a lower powered headlamp versus your standard like actual night headlight would be, and then it's definitely lower than your high beams. But I was kind of thinking to myself too when I was out there, like trying to, find lights and stuff. It's just like I want to make sure I get those super bright lights so I annoy everybody else the same way they annoy me.
Oh my God! A-hole lights is what we call them. A-hole headlamps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
The super
No.
bright blue ones that are just.
I was gonna say the freaking blue ones. Ugh.
Yeah. Some of these they reflect in like a projector in a weird way, whereas the car behind you is moving, it'll kind of flash between like a white and a blue and a purple. And man, that really annoys me because it's just like, bright and like changing colors. It's like, but it's like, on the other hand, I want those lights too because everybody else annoys me with them. So back at you, assholes.
Yeah, Alishon said, book the hotel ASAP. If you can't make it, you can always cancel the room. No penalty. Yeah, I have my hotel booked.
That is definitely true. I'm not concerned about getting the exact same hotel. I just do hope that I don't end up with some sort of, murder hotel like I did last year with the Triple Crown.
Yeah. The murder motel.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Those pictures were very deceiving.
Yeah.
And I need to remember this year too, if I'm going to take a fish tank down with me or over and up with me.
Bucket.
Well, bucket would be nice too, but also bring a lid.
Yeah, I was gonna say bring a bucket with a lid so you don't have what was that, a killifish?
No, it was a male swordtail.
Oh, it's a swordtail. Don't have the same sword.
But I mean, hey, 6 months later or whatever, she's still having babies. So.
Oh, good.
Yep. Yeah, those headlights so you can see a hair on a raccoon's butt from a mile away. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hotel where the event is definitely the best in the area I booked now. Well, see, I'm not looking for the best in the area either. I'm not wanting to spend, a couple $100 per night or, that like last year for the Triple Crown, I think it was like $350 for the 4 nights that I was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking for something more like that. $300 for 3 nights. I can do that,
Yeah.
I mean, I've stayed in some fancy hotels before when I was in the Army, like there's like 5-star Sheraton hotels. And all right, it's $129 per night. Well, yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah. And it's right there. You don't have to drive anywhere. You can stay up late and just take an elevator up to your room.
I love the way StreamYard tries to,
Oh, that's a new thing. It used to be just boxes. Now it's hand pink waving.
I don't know what the pink part is.
It's this new, like, those sticky hands? They have a new pink waving hand that's supposed to look like one of those sticky hands.
Oh. Yeah.
That's funny.
The guy I know went to a nearby hotel, real crap hole. TV did not work.
Oh, I'd be pissed if the TV didn't work. Oh my God.
I didn't even use the TV the entire time I was at the hotel. I didn't use the fridge or the microwave either. Because, I mean, honestly, I didn't really spend much time in my hotel room. I spent more of my time out in that, like, the fish tube area.
Yeah. Our unofficial official meeting area.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, that tank down there was actually the tank that I took down to the Triple Crown. and now it's all stocked full of stuff. So can't take that one down with me now.
Right. I don't know. If I fly, then obviously I can't take anything with me, like buckets or anything, because I don't think they'll let me bring them back with fish in them.
I definitely don't want to hang out at the casino.
No, no, thank you.
I've been pretty lucky with those little like miniature casino machines recently at this bar that I go to for karaoke. I've been pretty lucky recently with, spending my Christmas money on it. But no, I am not lucky at a full-blown casino.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Nope. Me either. Okay, I was lucky at a casino the first time I went to a casino. And ever since, no.
See, I think the only time I would go back to a casino is if, I had like, $200 to drop on going to an actual like poker room and playing like actual like Texas Hold'em poker against people using like real bluffing and stuff like that. Because the table versus the dealer thing where it's like just the cards and there's no like bluffing involved and stuff like that, like that's not real poker, and I'm not as good at that.
Yep.
I'm decent at the reading people with poker and stuff like that. So
right. Yeah.
So I kind of mentioned a lot of the different stuff that I got for Christmas. What sort of stuff did you get for Christmas?
I really didn't get a whole lot, but I also didn't really ask for anything. I got from your dad and Betty, we got a gift card to Texas Roadhouse.
Nice.
I know. Oh my God, it's one of our favorites. I mentioned on multiple streams and in chats how I asked my sister to get me Pokemon cards, and she's like, "I'm not buying my 33-year-old sister Pokemon cards." So she got me an Amazon gift card. So I bought Pokemon cards. I actually got some good hits from those packs, so it was worth it. I didn't just get Pokemon cards. I also got sleeves and stuff for my binder. So I bought prep for future Pokemon cards. Penny sleeves and binder pages. And then I got really cute Harry Potter pajamas.
Oh, nice.
I opened it up, and at first it was red, so I was like, did they buy me Gryffindor pajamas? But no, they're general. So it's that kind of dark maroon, but it has all of the house symbols on it. So they're general Harry Potter ones. But at first I was like, I'm not a Gryffindor. I'm a Ravenclaw. What the heck? What gives? But then I realized I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. Fuzzy socks, and Nathan's stepmom got us scented candles again, which I've told her I can't use these, but thank you. So I gave them to my sister.
Is it because of your son?
No, my bird. Because you're not supposed to use scented candles with birds.
Yeah. Whoops.
I just don't have them in the house. Also because like sometimes certain scents irritate me, so yes, they would probably irritate him too.
Right. I don't think this one was like highly scented or anything like that, but the only candle I had, it was just a little. Like little bitty candle that we got from my grandmother's funeral, actually, and I burned that, and I totally didn't even think about it at all. But on the other hand, I don't think it was scented anyway. I think it was just a candle.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are fine. Because we have like regular unscented candles for in case the power goes out, and we can like have them for light. That's fine. Yeah, it's just I think it's more of a long-term exposure, or like if they're like heavily scented, or if you're burning multiples and like really intensifying.
I mean, a lot of those. It really depends on what candles and stuff you have too. Like a lot of those candles are just like they produce a lot of like soot, and like they'll actually They'll put film on your walls.
Yeah, exactly. What else did I get? My mom got me, I think she ended up getting the table for behind the couch. But she hasn't brought it over yet. So I asked her to get me a table that's level with our windowsill behind the couch in the back living room. So that way I could put plants behind the couch.
Yeah. Nice.
My windowsill isn't deep enough for like bigger pots. It's fine for small plants, but once they start growing and getting bigger, like an 8-inch plus, I can't put on the windowsill. I might get away with a 6-inch pot, maybe, but it'd be iffy. It'd be sketchy.
I might have like a little like table thing or whatever that might be perfect for that.
Yeah. But I think the window is like what, 8 feet long, and I wanted it to like cover the whole window.
My table, I think
I don't remember how tall.
6 foot long. I think it's 6 foot long, and it's like roughly like 3 foot
it's
high.
Pretty high.
It's generally like about the height of the back of a couch. So
yeah,
I never really thought about putting it behind the couch. But that actually, maybe I should potentially do that. Even though my couch goes right up to where I have a window in between my living room and kitchen anyway. But right now I have that table in the hallway. You can kind of see the end of it there, holding up a couple little fish tanks. But I think I want to get rid of it anyway and move those fish tanks onto something else so they're not in the hallway. And so I was thinking, it's like, well, hey, if you need one anyway, I could give you this.
I think that was about it.
Aquatics is here.
And then we got Christmas cards with money in it from like his extended family. I think that was about it.
Nice.
But again, I don't usually ask for things because I want really stupid, childish things that I'm embarrassed to ask extended family for. So.
Well, yeah, my mom like sent me a what do you want for Christmas sort of thing, and I kind of thought about it for a while, and then I eventually kind of sent her some stuff. But I guess by the time I sent her some stuff, she had already bought me some different things, and so she's like, luckily you and your older sister like a lot of the same different stuff, so I got you the grow bags, and I already had my own medical garden seed pack, but my sister ended up getting one of those, and so I was like, well, there you go, now we both have one. And that's so even though I sent my mom some cool like cuttlefish art and different stuff. I was like, oh man, I hope I get one of those cuttlefish art things, and I ended up not getting any of those, but
my coworker got me a little octopus squishmallow, like it's a little one. I don't remember where it is. I think it's out here, but no, it must be out in the living room. Is it over there? No. Oh, Nathan's gonna go get it.
I do still have a $25 gift card to Amazon, so I could put that towards getting myself one.
Yeah. So I think the one she got actually has like a you can plug in the table in, and then it has little USB ports, so you can like have your charge cables.
Oh, I see. Those are nice. Yeah.
Or I guess you could put like a little USB like row light, plug it into that, and hang it.
Yeah.
It's a little octopus squishmallow. He's got stars.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's actually tea turtle, because that's like a tea turtle face. I don't know. Somebody cut the tag off, so I don't know. But yeah, he's really soft. He's really squishy.
Leg pillow.
Yeah, really, really soft. And she actually put her like perfume on it, so it smells like her. So we always remember who it's from. I was like, that's a nice touch. Oh my god! Now anytime I give a stuffed animal, I'm gonna do that.
There you go.
But yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Angry octopus. Hello. Yeah. It's not yours. Anytime I get a new stuffed animal, I have to take it to Riley, my dog, and I'm like, this is not yours. No. No, not yours. And I have to like squish it to prove that it doesn't have a squeaker in it. Be like, see, it doesn't squeak. It is not yours.
Yeah. Because
It's
every
really funny.
stuffed animal ends up being the dog's eventually.
Yep. So far, it's worked. But it's really funny because as soon as a new stuffed animal comes in the house, you thought you were like, you would think you were holding a steak by how excited and how like wide her eyes get and how fast her tail starts going. Like you would think you're holding like a T-bone steak for her. Like she loves stuffed animals.
My parents' old dog loved stuffed animals too, loves the squeaker ones, but they would be completely destroyed and killed within 5 minutes.
Oh,
But
yes.
she loved it. Oh, my God.
Yep. We got her a new, they have a rainbow llama corn at Petco, and that's like her favorite toy. We got her a new one. It's already like half destroyed. It didn't last very long this time.
My parents gave me money for Christmas so I can get fish food or anything for the tanks. That's always fun. Yep.
Have gift cards so you can spend it on the necessities, so then you can spend money on yourself. Yeah. But yeah. So I've had a thought. I've already asked Nathan about it. I was thinking about doing bangs, but not like straight bangs, but like swoopy bangs.
Happy Merry New Year, Alex. Bangs, huh?
Bangs. Like swoopy bangs. Like I think they call them curtain bangs. Alex, hello. I used to have them. So if you look, you're not on Facebook. I used to have them, so I know exactly how to cut it to do it right. But yeah, it's like just an extra little swoop right here, and it would add just an extra little curl.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I remember when you used to have them.
Oh yeah, I used to have it at Petco when I worked there. Yeah.
I used to think you were older than you were.
Yeah.
I think it was those swoop bangs.
Bangs definitely age me, especially the straight bangs. So that's what I'm saying, like not straight bangs, because they definitely make me look older. But yeah, just a little half curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say people think I'm in my 20s anyway, so maybe I should get people to understand that. No, I am not fresh out of my teens.
I didn't know you were 33 though. I thought you were for sure younger than me though.
No, I'm Am I 33?
Oh, you don't even know.
I don't remember. Past 30, I just stopped counting.
What year were you born?
1989.
Okay. What
my birthday? May.
Okay, so you are older than me then.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 29 though.
Nope. I act like I'm 15, but I'm 33.
She's older than you.
Okay, I'm the same though. Not so much about Pokemon cards, but like you get me like Spider-Man stuff or whatever, I would just get like super excited.
Yeah. Everyone has their genre. Apparently. Go ahead.
If you remember from the Christmas episode or whatever, like I have like my Spider-Man Christmas hat that I wore. Yeah. And so it's like, my mom always says about how she never knows what to get me for Christmas or anything like that. And so it's like I'm at their house wearing the hat. It's like, I try not to make it super obvious or anything what I'm into,
Right. Nano said, don't cut your own bangs if you do film it. I used to cut my own bangs all the time. I know how to do it correctly. Yeah. I know how to do it correctly.
I mean, I used to cut my own hair and stuff when it was shorter, but I don't know. Sometimes you can struggle with those buzzers even, but I don't know. Some people are pretty talented at cutting their own hair. Like,
well, because my hair grows so fast. Like if I got it professionally done, I would have to go like every 2 weeks just to get my bangs trimmed. I ain't paying for that.
And that's kind of the point of those professionals too. They keep you coming back every 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I just learn how to cut them myself. I'll take notes. I will pay close attention to how they cut them the first time, and I will keep doing that.
My last kid was born in 89. Yeah, I was born in 89 too, but I'm a November baby. But hey, still made it into the 80s.
Yeah.
91.
Yeah, Nathan was born in 91, so.
91, so was my brother Nathan.
Yeah.
December of 91.
Mine was
January, opposite ends of the year.
Oh, right. So yeah, you had him beat by almost an entire year.
Right. Yep. Oh, my mom's texting me. Is it important? Nope, not important.
Black Powder Aquatics. But yep, we got 9 more years to go until we have our 1940s party.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you guys do that. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, we had the idea when we were all in our 20s. It's just like, like it just happened, and we had a roaring 20s party, and it was so much fun. So it's like, let's do it again in another decade.
Do it every decade. Every 10 years, we're going to do this.
Yep, exactly.
That's so cool. What else though? I was thinking of things I wanted to talk about. So it was the bangs. It was work. Did I show it on our stream that we have the green pleco plushies at work now?
You showed that on your Misfit takeover. But yeah, that is awesome. Those what is it? Green pleco. What is Green pleco is the website?
Yep, greenpleco.com.
Those guys, they make some really high quality plushies. Like look at that. Like that looks like an actual fish.
We have them all over the store. Were they there whenever you last came in?
No.
Oh, okay. We have them all over the store because we're like
That's
trying
great
to push them. Because in the tables how we only have like half of the top tanks filled. So in those front tanks, we have one, like every other tank, we have Flame Angel, Coral Beauty, Flame Angel, Coral Beauty, because we only have the saltwater ones right now. Nice. Which is funny, because my boss, when I first was, nagging him about getting these, he's like, but they only have 2 saltwater fish. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what we'll start with. And and he agreed. And then we get the order in. He's like, where are the freshwater fish? I was like, what do you mean, where are the freshwater fish? I told you we were just going to get the saltwater fish first, and then that's second round. He goes, second round? I'm like, yeah, what do you think is going to happen when we sell all these? We're going to take the profits from this and then make another order. That's how it works, Damon.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
What's up, Mark Sturlson? That's how it works. Can we get a close-up of the glow betta for a second? Maybe.
Is it a female or a male?
It's a female.
If she's hiding.
Let me walk into the room to get her to come out here, and then I'll see if I can get a better close-up kind of.
Yeah, she'll come out when the bearer of food comes in. Hello, Mark, by the way. Black Powder Aquatics. Hello. I don't think we ever said hi to Garcia. Hello, Garcia. Sky, I don't remember saying hello to you. Hello. Look at her. Oh my God. She's so cute. I don't think he can hear me, but.
Oh, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Do you have a blue light you can turn on? See her glow. Ooh. Look at that glow, baby. I need to get you some of those orange sunglasses from work so you can get some really cool shots of her with the blue light on.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it didn't. She doesn't show up super well on camera, but her body is really nice purple that glows pretty well. And then on her fins are like completely clear, translucent, almost fully transparent. But then like the little veins that go out, like the striations, are kind of like a blue color when they glow.
Yeah. I'll have to get you some of those orange sunglasses from work so you can put it over your camera.
Well, I do need to get those anyway, especially since I'm, moving into saltwater and all that. I'm gonna have to get some. I just haven't got some yet. But I'm thinking about actually, instead of getting those, I might get the those actual like ones from Blue Block. Because then I can, I can wear them for other purposes, and then also use them as a saltwater filter. And I kind of wonder if those might even be better than those like little cheap plastic ones that you get from like, stores like that. So I don't know.
Yep.
But I'm not sponsored by Blue Block or anything like that. It would be really, really cool if I was. But they make specialized glasses to filter out the blue light, which it helps, like it keeps you awake during the day and all that. And that's often people will have issues going to sleep, and they'll use their phone to watch videos until they fall asleep. But also the blue light from the screen will keep you awake. So
yeah. I actually was talking at work about that. I'm like, you know what? I think my next pair of glasses that I get, which probably won't be for like a year or so, I should probably get that extra layer of like that blue light protection. You can get like those upgraded layers. I should probably get that because of all the blue light at work. It's probably like just wreaking havoc on my retinas, and I don't realize it.
No problem, Sage. Glad you got to see it. What's
Or just
up,
literally
Craig? What's up, Jeff? Kane? What's up, Ian Atkins, Nature Aquariums?
Ian. Oh,
Yeah,
Ian messaged me earlier. He was having problems with his
Oh, Gina hit the back button. Yeah, so the purple doesn't show up very well, especially not far away with the light on the backside. She just looks kind of like one of those cellophane bettas. But yeah, definitely on when I'm not like live streaming, and when I'm doing like actual like filming of her close up with like my actual like camera function on my phone that has like HDR rendering and 4K capabilities and all that stuff, like she comes out like super purple. And so when I'm filming all the stuff for the parody song that I'm gonna make about her, like it's gonna be great. You get to see what she looks at really well. But yes, Gina hit the back button.
I kicked myself out. Anyway, Ian messaged me earlier. His one of his saltwater fish wasn't doing too good. Ian, did you end up doing the freshwater dip? And is it doing better?
Freshwater dip?
Yep. He was worried that it was breathing very heavily. He was worried about gill flukes. I said, if it is, a freshwater dip should do the trick.
Yeah.
Fire. Oh, he didn't make it. Oh no.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, getting that pH in those small containers right is really kind of difficult. We usually keep like a 5-gallon bucket of RO and then get that right because it's easier to get a 5-gallon bucket pH right than a little just container of water.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I mean, I guess in my case or whatever, we're for like just the sake of a dip, right? Like using the St. Louis tap water with some water conditioner would actually be probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it's already like, I mean, it comes out of the tap at like 8.2 or so, but it does kind of eventually settle out to like a 7.5 or so.
Yep. Yeah, but he's got that magic.
He's got that super
Seattle.
soft. Yep, that super soft water of the PNW.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, Nano Aquarium guy. It's exactly. It's because of the way. It's because of osmosis. So freshwater fish get dipped in salt water, and saltwater fish get dipped in fresh water.
Yep. It's the same theory. Like freshwater parasites can't live in saltwater, and saltwater parasites can't live in freshwater. So same idea.
So I was doing some thinking when I was driving, to and from different places earlier, and I was just kind of wondering. So I know, traditionally with like high tech freshwater systems, people are using RODI systems, and then they are remineralizing with certain like salt mixtures that they're purchasing. And I just wonder, like, what if you just use like aquarium salts? Like not the marine salts or whatever, but just like the standard like aquarium salts that people use for, just in general for like medications and stuff like that. Like, could you remineralize with that per se? Like,
you could, but are you talking about for still keeping it for freshwater purposes or for saltwater
freshwater
purposes? Oh, you could, to an extent. It's just it doesn't have. You need other elements besides salt to remineralize.
Right.
Like you need calcium and you need.
But I mean, it's not like just salt per se. Like at least the API aquarium salts that I buy, it's labeled as dehydrated salt water or dehydrated ocean water or marine water or something like that. I gotta look at exactly what it says, but so it's more than just sodium chloride. It's
so that one is, but I think other freshwater salts, like I think the Fritz, it literally is just salt. I think it is just sodium chloride. But yeah, that would just be try.
He says he adds salt. Yeah.
Yep, you definitely could.
So I mean, would there? I guess I wonder. I would have to do some experimenting, I guess, to kind of see like what levels of different things. Like if I got some different tests, a phosphate test and a GH test and a KH test and all those different things, and saw what it actually came out to. Like, I wonder.
I actually have the API GH/KH test kit at work for freshwater people that come in. It was funny because when I ordered it, my boss was like, "Why are we getting this?" I'm like, "Well, we have the freshwater random tests from API. Why wouldn't we have the GH/KH?" He's like, "Why would somebody need that?" I'm like, "For freshwater shrimp, Mr. Sir. Neos need higher pH. Pteridines need lower pH, Mr. Sir."
Yeah, most people aren't really using that, but a lot more of the hardcore hobbyists might be using that. Pet Supplies Plus right here in the area too. Like they recently expanded into getting a lot of those different like liquid tests as well. And they also have been expanding into bioactive terrariums and stuff, which I'm really happy about. They've been getting different, succulents and other sort of like tropical type plants, and they have springtail cultures, and they have different isopod cultures. So I ended up getting I think I mentioned this on another stream once that I got the dairy cow isopods for my my terrarium and stuff. And how's the brine shrimp tank? What's up, Johnny at Dance Fish? What's up, Stephen P 2003? Aquatics. How's the brine shrimp tank going? The brine shrimp tank is going quite well.
I didn't know you had a brine shrimp tank going.
Yeah, that's what's out there in the hallway causing all that glow out there. My first saltwater tank. I mentioned it to you before. I was setting it up with brine shrimp. But a lot of the brine shrimp are actually they're big enough now where they're, about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch in total length, and you can actually see like them like doing the little swimmy things, and it's quite interesting actually. I've been posting shorts about it, and actually my most popular shorts ever. I've been getting over 1,000 views in less than 24 hours.
Nice.
People love searching brine shrimp and sea monkeys, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was gonna say you almost got full-fledged monkeys.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm trying to get a full culture going where they'll start reproducing on their own. But basically the way I have it set up is I'm running a saltwater tank the way that you're not supposed to run a saltwater tank. So I have a freshwater planted aquarium light on it, and I just have that going pretty much 24/7. And nighttime I switch it to blue, so just no matter what, there's just light constantly on the tank.
No, that's perfect. That's how a brine shrimp hatchery is supposed to be.
So it's being covered in algae, and
Yep.
I'm trying to get green water going, and there's just a sponge filter in there and a couple rocks, and eventually I'm going to clean all the algae off the rocks, and use those to help seed this tank behind me. But yeah, it's yeah, I'm just doing, I'm being a bad fish keeper basically, and just trying to create as much algae as possible for the most part, because that's what they feed off of.
Yeah.
They feed off of the algae in the water and other stuff. They're kind of filter feeders. So
phytoplankton.
Yep. I might eventually at some point get like powdered spirulina or something.
Yep.
Maybe I could actually then get, spirulina to start growing in there. But then, like, yeah, that's just good food for them in general. And that's what they always serve with those sea monkey little kits, always come with powdered spirulina.
Didn't you get a container of spirulina flakes from the
did, and I could probably grind that into a powder, but it's not pure spirulina. It's mostly spirulina. I'd rather have just pure spirulina powder.
Yeah.
And then I'll have my micro creatures to feed the teeny tiny cuttlefish, and then I'll have shrimp and molly babies to feed the juvenile cuttlefish, and I'll have the larger shrimp and mollies to feed the adult cuttlefish.
Oh my gosh, cuttlefish mosh pit! It's gonna be so exciting.
Powder. No, I have not tried moringa powder. That's a type of mushroom, right? Moringa.
Isn't the Garden of Eden, isn't Shelby gonna start doing like a pollen-based food? I wonder if they would benefit from that too.
I'm not sure if brine shrimp would do anything. I know pollen is really good for shrimp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do like a pollen-based food. And then I know formerly Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics, now Motor City Aquatics, he makes food out of dried mulberry leaves.
Ooh.
That's what his shrimp crack is made out of. His little crack sacks.
Crack sacks.
It's like a mesquite tree, but it's a superfood. Oh, okay. It's a leaf.
Leaf.
The moringa tree is solely responsible for helping bringing certain areas of our world out of starvation because of how nutrient dense the leaves are.
Oh.
So basically, they make a really good salad.
Yes. Salad.
And then you use the wood to bring out a nice mesquite sort of flavor into your meat.
Oh, Steven, I need to message you today after a stream. I need to message you.
Yeah. Speaking of meat, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it on a live stream. That I finally got my deer heart.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it on a live stream before that I had asked one of my customers to get me a deer heart, and he was just unsuccessful in getting me one. But then, he went out one more time, and sure enough, he got me my deer heart. So I have a deer heart in my freezer right now that at some point I need to thaw out, and then I'll fry that up pretty good.
You can mix the powder in your drinks. It tastes a lot like matcha. It gives you all day energy like coffee, but no caffeine at all. Ooh, I need to look into this.
That's probably one of the ingredients in that mud water or whatever, that dang commercial that I keep seeing on YouTube. But you know what, mud people? I love my coffee. I don't care what you say about coffee being bad for you or whatever. I love coffee, and there's no way you're going to get me to stop drinking my coffee.
You know what my mom brought over that I didn't realize that they made, but it makes sense? So she's got like health conditions to where she's not supposed to drink as much, or she's not supposed to intake as much caffeine as she used to, but she loves coffee. They make half calf. So the can is half regular coffee, half decaf coffee. So it's like, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that makes so much sense.
Half calf.
I'll remember to remind you and message me in 2 to 3 business days. Accurate. That's probably what's actually going to happen.
Ate moose heart once, but took a lot of whiskey to get it down. Yeah. How did you have the moose heart? Did they stuff it or what? Because there's a couple different ways. And I've had stuffed heart before, and I think that's pretty good. Like stuffed and then fried and all that. But I think probably the best way that I've had a heart, which is the way that I'm gonna make it again too, is to just slice it real thin, like thick cut bacon almost, and then use like pork fat or even like beef tallow or something like that, and kind of pan fry it in the clarified fat, and oh, it's so good. Fish Tropic Canada, Kimberly Holtz, Big Shrimp, and AK Steve C. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Rolling in. I don't think I said hi to Silver Creek. Oh no, I did. He's been here for a while. Silver Creek has been here.
Yeah, he left to take a phone call and then he came back.
Yeah. I just realized I still have the wrong background on. I was supposed to have the winter background on.
Winter. It was sleeting when I was on my way home. It was funny because it was following me. It was following me from St. Charles. I was like, oh, gotta get home.
Deer heart fried rice. Oh yeah. Sliced and fried. Now see, yeah, it's so good when it's sliced and fried, man.
Deer heart fried rice. Oh heck yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm still lurking and cooking food. Yeah.
Nathan, what's for dinner?
Surf City cichlids.
Our lunches that we made yesterday? Yeah, probably. We're back on our diet. So we're back to meal prepping. The good thing is that you don't have to cook. The bad thing is you're eating the same thing every day.
That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, but yeah.
I don't know, if you make something good, I can eat it all the time.
I can to an extent. I'll go through like waves of eating the same thing for like every day for like maybe 2 to 3 months, and then I get kind of burnt out on it. But it's what we made was Spanish rice and taco meat essentially.
Oh.
What do they call that? Deconstructed tacos.
Yeah.
Essentially cutting out the tortilla because you're not supposed to have that many carbs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which I know is rice, but like you're supposed to have some carbs. Anyway,
right.
Yeah. But it's taco meat, so I mean I could eat that every goddamn day because I love tacos.
Well, this time it's chicken.
And this time, yeah, Aldi was completely out of ground beef. They didn't even have ground turkey, so we had to get ground chicken.
Man. Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
But yes, MSG is necessary for egg fried rice. Uncle Roger
Where's
loves
Alishon?
MSG.
Where's Alishon? Fuyo!
Fuyo! Oh man. I watched so many of his videos in one day.
They're so good.
I know, and it's even better when you know that it's like it's all an act.
Yeah.
Like
you see the bloopers. Yeah.
Yeah. Rice is 1/3 of my diet. Ew.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I get
rice.
I get jasmine rice. One time Aldi was out of jasmine rice, so we had to get like the other rice. It was like a short grain rice, and it was not good. I was like, I need my jasmine rice back.
You binged it really hard for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, like if I was to meal prep, I would basically be making like 5-gallon buckets of macaroni and cheese.
Oh my god, I love mac and cheese.
And that's pretty much what I would eat.
When you make mac and cheese, do you even? I feel like I've probably asked this on a stream before. So you make yourself a pot of mac and cheese. Do you even bother putting it in a bowl, or you just you just eat out of the pot?
No, so I mean I am a single white male, so I
You
just
eat
eat
out of
it
the
straight
pot.
out of the pot.
Yeah, same.
And
Yeah.
I try to eat roughly 50% and then put the other 50% in the Tupperware straight into the fridge.
Oh,
Well, that's just because I love cold macaroni and cheese as well.
Okay.
So, but oftentimes I end up eating more like, 3/4 to 7/8 of the pot. And it's like, but there's just barely any macaroni and cheese left. So I guess I gotta eat it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I eat the whole goddamn pot. Okay,
Yeah.
so when you eat cold mac and cheese, is it like Kraft macaroni and cheese style, or is it shells and cheese?
All of it.
Any of them. Is there
any macaroni and cheese? I love it cold.
Is there one that you prefer cold over the other?
No, I just love macaroni and cheese. Any macaroni and cheese.
So I've
sometimes that really, really cheap box is even better. Like, honestly, I never really cared for actual Kraft macaroni and cheese. I like that really cheap, like, grocery store brand macaroni and cheese. That everyday essential macaroni and cheese. That greater value macaroni and cheese. That's like 19 cents a box macaroni and cheese. That's the good stuff right there. But then, like, I'll add like extra cheese to it as well.
So I'll do both. I'll do Kraft and shells and cheese, but it depends. So if I'm just eating mac and cheese, with no additives, I'll do the Kraft style, with the powdered cheese. But if I'm adding something like broccoli, or if I'm adding a protein like chicken or tuna, then I'll do the shells and cheese.
Yeah.
Because the Kraft just doesn't coat the extra stuff, additives, the same way that the shells and cheese does. So
yeah.
There's a method.
That's definitely true. Plus, I mean, with the shells and cheese, you always end up getting just so much like extra cheese. There's just like it's almost to the point where you can say that there's too much cheese, but there's honestly no such thing as too much cheese. So, yeah, that's why it's like it's almost there, but you can never actually say there's too much cheese.
Yeah. So, can you turn the whites back? Oh, you got a dog on you. So I think Silver. Yeah, we meal prep with canning. We make things like burrito in a jar, which is really good, by the way, and has no aluminum taste because it's in a glass jar. So yes, we actually stopped using Tupperware containers, and we use canning jars for our leftovers.
Gotta get from scratch mac and cheese, not box. I enjoy box macaroni. Yeah, and see, like, man, it depends. It depends, because I mean, if somebody makes like a really good like oven baked macaroni and cheese with like, like a sharp white cheddar and some other stuff in there, and then they like put like some breadcrumbs on top, like I love that. And honestly, some of the best macaroni and cheese is like that macaroni and cheese you get from KFC too. But like, I don't know, I have had some kind of, bad from scratch macaroni and cheese too, where there's just really not much flavor. It's just kind of milky.
They add too much cream or milk to it, and
like
not
too much
cheese.
cream or milk, and not enough like sharp cheesy flavor. Or like I don't know, like, or they add a bunch of crap to it that just doesn't need to be in there. But
or they
like, so my
overcook
mom made a really, really good macaroni and cheese for Christmas, and really the only thing that she added to it was a little bit of cayenne pepper, and that just makes so much of a difference, you know?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Or the home style, if they overboil the noodles to where the noodles have absorbed so much water, that adds wateriness to the mac and cheese. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh man, I love KFC mac and cheese, Johnny.
I don't go to KFC enough to know.
Yeah. I will eat Annie's organic mac and cheese, but I prefer making mine from scratch with fancy cheese and panko. I will admit, though, I'm in the minority, not the biggest mac and cheese enthusiast. You know, I mean, here's the thing. My mom actually doesn't really care for mac and cheese. She had it so much when she was a kid, and then she made it so much for us when we were kids that she just grew tired of it and would basically not eat any macaroni and cheese at all ever again. And yeah, I mean, it is kind of like mushy noodles or whatever. But I don't know. I disagree with you on that one though too. I kind of like my noodles overdone, not like super overdone, but
I agree. I like them soft. Yeah,
I like them extra soft. And in my theory too, as they absorb more water, the noodles get a little bit bigger. So like I think I'm eating more.
Yeah.
But
I do the same with my ramen.
Yeah, so like the ramen, the standard ramen, it says cook for like 3 minutes. I cook it for 5 minutes.
I cook it for 5 minutes and then I let it sit to then further absorb the broth so they become like extra big. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, one time I accidentally like forgot that I was making ramen and just left it on the stove for like ever, and I came back to like actual like mush. Yeah, that was inedible. I couldn't do that. But same with like my macaroni and cheese. It said like the box of macaroni and cheese says cook like 8 to 10 minutes or something like that. I definitely cook it for at least 10 minutes, if not closer to like 12 minutes sometimes. Because I just like those big soft noodles.
MNC says, don't eat ramen. Gross. I do what I want. You're not my real dad. I actually just had ramen for dinner last night. I'll grind some fresh ginger and add that, and then I add 2 eggs. So I actually microwave. I have a glass dish that perfectly fits the puck of ramen in it. So I fill it so the puck is just floating. You microwave it for the first 3 minutes so it becomes soft so you can break the noodles apart. Then you crack 2 eggs in it, and then you nuke it for another 3 minutes. Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, see, that sounds good.
Perfect. It's perfect.
And yes, Lady Diane, I love macaroni and cheese.
So back before 2020, when I actually had birthday parties for Kane, I would make a mac and cheese casserole. So macaroni, shells and cheese, usually mixed with broccoli, because you got to be healthy, kids. Sneak in that broccoli. And add extra, like I would get a brick of Velveeta cheese and add extra Velveeta into it, and then put crushed Ritz crackers on top, and then you bake it right before it's ready to serve. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
See, I would do that sort of thing too, where I would get that cheap box macaroni and cheese, and then I would get a block of Velveeta, and all I would do is cut off like a 1-inch slice and just cube it up and throw that in there and just stir it in with everything else. And man, it would bring that macaroni and cheese to a whole new level.
Yep. Oh my God! Why is she cuddle with you?
Macaroni and cheese on the grill. Now, see that's really good. I've done that.
Yeah, smoke it. Next mac and cheese casserole. We're throwing it on the smoker.
Can you grow broccoli out of an aquarium? I think potentially you could. It is a little bit of one of those softer plants. It doesn't form like a bark or anything like that. So in theory, I think you probably could grow that out of an aquarium, but you would need a lot of nutrients for sure, because it would absorb it like crazy.
Oh, I love rigatoni pasta. I love rigatoni pasta.
Is nobody going to talk about the awesome sound of vigorously mixing macaroni and cheese?
That's funny. Lady Diane, hello. I know he said hello, but I didn't say hello. Hello.
Yep. Lady Diane.
Oh, actually, so Lady Diane brought in guppies for us months ago.
Yeah.
Well, they grew up, and now the females are having babies. But my coworkers picked out some of their favorite males, and we actually set up a Fluval Flex 12 or 15 gallon, and they moved some of their favorite males to that tank, and all the customers oogle those guppies. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
There was actually one guy who said he used to breed guppies. He came in on my day off, so I couldn't like shout out Lady Diane. But yeah, I came in. They're like, "Oh yeah, a guy was asking who we got those guppies from because he says he's never seen those colors before." And I was like, "Dang, I wish I was here. I could have given like her, said, oh, are you a member of Maasai? Like, do you know Lady Diane? Like, give her real name." Yeah, go join Maasai and talk to Lady Diane. That's who we got him from.
If it would grow in an aquarium, it is a brassica, and a heavy one at that. Heavy brassicas are known for drawing in a lot of bugs and would feed your tank. Yeah. If you were growing it outside, or I guess if you had a lot of bugs they could potentially get in your house, it would draw the bugs towards your tank. That is true. But yeah, I think you would be able to grow it out of a tank. I mean, especially if you gave it, a hydroponic basket, kind of in the back of your tank or something like that. That always seems to help any sort of plant that you're trying to grow vertical, because it gives something for some of the roots to grip on to give the plant some sort of structure. These plants, if they don't have something for the roots to actually hold on to, they just won't continue to grow. And that's where I struggled with my pineapple years ago. I had a pineapple growing out of my 40-gallon breeder, and it was growing roots for about 2-3 months, and then after that it just stopped growing roots because they didn't have anything to hold on to. And that's a plant that really needs a lot of good root structure to even start producing a fruit, because it grows a really heavy fruit, and it grows up, so it needs something to be able to hold that all up. Lettuce can work, but yeah, it's not the best.
Broccoli cheddar soup does sound really good. Can we go to Breadco tomorrow?
I mean, that was a sarcastic question, but that would actually be cool. Yeah, you can totally do it.
Oh yeah, we're going to breakfast. Then can we go to Breadco for lunch after breakfast?
Okay.
If I'm paying for Breadco, deal.
Homemade French onion soup.
Oh, so you know how we go to Mattingly's every Sunday for breakfast?
Yeah.
And it's too early for you and Lady Dan. Well, apparently the breakfast ends sooner on the weekdays. I think last Thursday, right? Oh yeah, because you were off work because Kane was on winter break. Last Thursday we went to go for breakfast, but it ended like a half an hour before we got there. So we actually got lunch from Mattingly's, and it was really good.
Oh, there you go.
It was really good. I got the turkey melt sandwich. I don't remember what Nathan got.
Her guppies bringing all the boys to the yard. Yep.
Oh,
Everybody
5-alarm.
loves Lady Diane's guppies.
Yes. He got the 5-alarm chicken sandwich.
Oh, that's a good one.
You said it wasn't that spicy?
It wasn't hot, but it was good.
Oh, no,
it's
good.
It's not
good, but it wasn't that. It was spicy as I thought.
Yeah. Nothing is ever as spicy as I want it to be. And that's why I started doing all this stuff myself, because I'd go to places like Taco Bell and they'd have something that was, labeled as ghost pepper sauce. And so I'm like, all right, something that's actually going to be spicy. And they put so much like cream and stuff in there that just completely cuts out all the spice. So it's just like,
Yep.
and they might put like just one tiny little piece of ghost pepper in there, but because it has a piece of ghost pepper in there, they're gonna call it ghost pepper sauce. It's like, it's so weak, man.
Yeah.
I cut out a poly lid for my 37-gallon community tank, then cut out 3 small holes that hold planter cups. That's how I was growing them. There you go. That's pretty sweet. Get out.
Scuba Steve. Hello.
Scuba Steve O's Aquatics.
Scuba Steve might be setting up a saltwater tank soon too.
Nice.
Oh, and Silver Creek. He messaged me. He might be setting up a saltwater tank too. Slowly converting. Slowly. More people to the salty side.
You have a homemade ghost pepper and scorpion pepper sauce I should try? Nice. I make sauces using ghost peppers, and I did scorpion peppers last year, but I'm just, so far I still have them soaking in a jar full of Everclear to one, make an extract out of the Everclear, and then two, use those peppers to make a sauce. So I still haven't done that yet. I need to do that. But yeah, they're totally fine in the Everclear though. They ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, Lady Diane says that those guppies are Endler guppy crosses. Yeah, so one of the ones that my coworker picked out is, you could definitely tell it has Endler blood, and that's what he was excited about, but it has the split tail. Where so it's transparent in the middle, so it looks like split tail. He was really excited about it. He goes, "Oh, that one's so cool." I was like, yeah, I know. Because the person who we got them from really likes guppies. So
a seahorse tank. There you go.
Do it.
Was supposed to get everything to my house today, but my ride didn't get off work till 5, so hopefully tomorrow.
Nice.
I see, that's good. Ghost Pepper's been making the sausage. It's great for like chorizo and some other, hot sausages. Yeah. I might use some of those. I might pull out one of those peppers and chop it up and put that in the beef tallow or whatever I'm going to use when I'm frying up that deer heart.
Yeah.
I just want corals. Yeah, I just want a whole bunch of corals too, man.
Yep, you could do that.
I'm gonna stock this thing just full of corals, and then once I get that reef going real nice and happy, that's when I'm gonna get the cuttlefish eggs. Like, I really, really want cuttlefish, but I'm taking my time before I just go and buy them.
Yes.
I've grown ghost peppers, but the hottest I've had was a chilapequin, little red round mouth grenades. Yeah, those are fun. I ate one right off the plate one day, and my dad thought I got bit by a snake. I screamed so loud. Before I was on YouTube, and I was still like spending time on Facebook and stuff like that. And I was first experimenting with really hot peppers and making sauces and all that. There was one time that I was cutting up some Thai dragon peppers that are like, they're 100,000 on the Scoville scale. They're basically an extra spicy cayenne pepper. They're a long, thin red pepper, and I wasn't thinking anything about it, just chopping them up, because just a couple days before I was using like ghost peppers and things like that. So I'm like, well, these things are, they're a piece of candy compared to a ghost pepper. And so I'm just chopping it. I'm not thinking anything about it. And then I just kind of push my glasses up and, rub my eye a little bit like this. And I'm like, oh no, I just rubbed my eye, and then it immediately starts burning and stuff.
Oh
And so
no.
then I go live on Facebook. I'm like, I just touched my eye with a pepper.
Yep.
Oh, it was pretty funny.
Oh, Scooby Doo. That's so sweet. Trying to see how big was it?
Queen bitch needs a man.
She does. Oh my god. She needs someone to fertilize all these freaking eggs that she has.
Corals, anemones, and inverts.
Yes. Oh, he said that his local pet store that's going out of business had a black belt cichlid, and he asked them if it was male or not, and they said they didn't know because he wants to come to my store. So yeah, he said he would bring it to Missouri with him. It was so sweet. Because Queen Bitch needs a boyfriend.
It's half her size.
Half her size. I don't know. She might kill him. Brennan says that he's tried it like 3 times. I think he said.
Oh yeah. Be careful using the bathroom after you chop up some peppers too. And see, here's the thing about peppers and all that is a lot of people don't realize that the juices and all that stuff from the peppers, it's actually more harmful to like your standard skin here than it is to like eat it. So you don't always think about it, to use gloves and stuff when you're cutting up like jalapenos and stuff like that. But my sister was telling me the other day that one time she was cutting up some jalapenos and didn't think anything about it, and didn't wash her hands later and all that, and her hands ended up like swelling up real bad and all that, and having some different issues. And it's like, but with the extracts and stuff that I made, like I've thought about making like some special sort of like massage oils and things like that too, because it is capsaicin that they use in like those like warming creams and like in Bengay and stuff like that. So I've thought about like getting like a bottle of baby oil and just adding like 1 drop in there, and then I could have some warming baby oil, massage oil stuff. Sensual oils. They're going out of business, retiring after 50 years, and really trying to get some of the artwork and stuff they got. I need some memorabilia. Yeah. It's always sad when some of these businesses have to, close down. I miss Belts Aquarium. That was one of the best places ever.
People still talk about Belts. My god!
Gift cards from my dad.
People always keep saying, "I miss Belts." Oh my god! Do you remember Belts? Oh my god! Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody who ever had fish in the St. Louis area, like 20 years ago, knows about Belts.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't have fish, like a lot of people still know about Belts because they had so much other stuff in there too. But man, they were such a great store.
Yeah. It was funny. So I was talking to my boss about how I need off this coming up a week from today, Saturday. And I was like, oh, so yeah, you want to switch Thursday and Saturdays? Like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I mean, I would work Thursday and have off Saturday. Oh, but I guess the other 2 coworkers are here. I guess I can just be off and they would work. He's like, yeah, do that because I don't want to work here anymore. And I was like, so funny. He's like, I just want to work from home. You guys call me when you need me. And then I go out and do maintenances. That's all I want. I don't want to work here anymore. I was like, well, to be fair, we don't want you to work here anymore either.
That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to be more owner rather than owner operator. So
worked at a local fish store for years. Had the coolest dolphin on top of the sign. Always wish I had taken more memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is that my boss just knows so much. It's just he can't fully step away until he spreads some of that knowledge to us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely knows a lot. I was barely able to crack his brain open when he had, the live stream with Biz and I, and
It's funny
man.
because my coworker just asked about that. She's like, wait, so after you left, I think it was after you bought the Arch or maybe after you got the RODI system, but she's like, is that the guy who interviewed Damon? And I was like, yeah, it was him and Biz. And she's like, was that on YouTube? I was like, you didn't watch it? So I sent her a link to it. I was like, we could play it on the speaker. We could just play it, play the interview on the overhead speaker. And she's like, that would be funny. I'm like, maybe I should play it on a Saturday and just confuse the crap out of customers. Like, I hear Damon, but I don't see him. It'd be really funny.
Nice.
Or just play it when Damon's like in the office. Just start playing it and see what he says.
Yeah. Use almond oil, especially for massage. Yeah. Used to have this super cool place when I was very young, about a half hour from where I lived. Awesome store with a ton of fish. I got my first betta from there when I was about 5. His name was Prince, veil-tailed green, and teal male. Had him for 7 years. Oh, yeah. 7 years. Wow. Your first betta when you were 5, and you had him for 7 years.
Dang.
Lady Rorschach, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you had one betta for 7 years. I think you had some really, really good parents that were buying you a replacement fish every couple of years, or maybe even every couple months. Or, I mean, I'm kidding, but maybe you did have a betta for 7 years. But I just think back, with parents and kids, like, a betta is not that hard to replace necessarily. It's not like it has a super complicated coloration pattern or something,
So he says that because as a big box pet store worker, the amount of parents that would frantically come into the store and say, I need a blue beta that looks just like this.
Yeah.
Happens a lot. A lot.
Yeah. And then in general, most bettas live maybe up to like 3 years or so, just because of the way that their genetics are. You can get very lucky and have some that live a long time. In fact, there was one YouTube video that I was watching where this dude said in the video that his betta was 22 years old, and it's just like, I don't know, maybe there's some lost in translation thing going on, because it was like a Taiwanese video that had like some English subtitles coming in every there now and then. So I don't know, but 22 years seems a really long time for a betta to be going. Oh yeah. Oh no, Danny, it was one fish. I took care of him with some help initially. I was taking care of him solo by 8. Well, there you go. I did that to our daughter. See, there you go.
Yep.
It's not an uncommon thing.
It would happen probably at least 2 to 3 times a week at my Petco.
The thing is, I honestly never had it happen with a fish, but I did have a lady come in one time looking for a hamster with a certain pattern.
I've had hamsters too. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, in fish years, maybe 22, right? Exactly. In fish years.
Man, I don't miss it. There was one day that I was by myself, and just a whole string of people came in. I was trying to help like 3 people at once. And then the boss came in. He's like, how's today? And I'm like, I've been catching fish nonstop for 3 hours. I felt like I was back at Petco.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Those days where you be catching fish like crazy.
You just have a
And then the
line of
mom's
people
like,
waiting.
why is the store a mess? Why isn't this done? Why? Like, I was catching fish for 3 hours. Well, you're going to have to find a way to not make it last 3 hours. Like, sorry, I'll think about that next time.
You should limit your interaction with the customers to like 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay.
You tell me that you say that, but that's just because you're not interesting enough to have customers follow you around the store asking you questions.
I've had it where I had my hands in a tank trying to catch a fish, and a lady comes up to me and goes, I just had a question about this dog food. I'm like, do you not see my hands are in a tank actively catching a fish, and I've got a line of 5 other people waiting for me? Like, no.
Oh my goodness, right? Yeah. Misfit, I believe, is doing a game night tonight. He was saying that the other day on his live stream that he was doing one tonight. I think he was
So
potentially still looking for players.
funny thing, he just texted me that he just woke up from a nap. So he might be showing up in chat soon so we can ask him.
Yeah. Lady Diane is in St. Louis with all of us awesome people.
Yes.
Send the customer to the manager. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Grant and Shelby said that they were invited to a fish club in Missouri, and the only one I could think of is Maasai. So they didn't confirm it when I asked them in chat. But if it is Maasai, I'm gonna be super excited. We'll have to make sure that all 4 of us, and all 5 of us, Carrie included, go to that Maasai meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maasai.
She didn't jump up.
Send the customer to the manager thing. But I'm serious though. Like, there was a big difference in the way that she would answer questions and the way that I would answer questions. And there was a reason that people would continue to ask me more and more questions versus just moving on.
Oh, but God forbid you interrupt the manager in the office when they're doing paperwork, because they have important things to do.
Yeah. But I mean, like, when somebody would ask her about a betta, she'd just basically be like, yeah, here, you put him in a tank and you feed him food and that's it. Like,
yeah,
I exaggerate a little bit, but it's like I would give people the information that they actually need. If I would talk to a lot of beginners that knew absolutely nothing, and I'd walk them through all these different stages of different things to where they left the store and they were confident in what they were doing and their ability to take care of this fish when they got home. Whereas she would do the traditional like pet store thing, which give them the basic information so the fish dies in 3 days and then they come back and buy another one and all this other different things. And it's like, no, that's not the way that I do things.
They'd be like, here's the bowl, tap water conditioner, and food. Have at it.
There would be people that would come into that store specifically looking for me just so I could help them with whatever issue was going on in their fish tank and all these different things. And she was jealous that I had that sort of, attention. But then also, I do agree that there were certain things that needed to be done. And I would have gotten those things done if I wasn't so dang busy helping all these customers. There's a new fish store up in Hebron, too, that opened shortly after I moved. My old silver dollars are in the display tank there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, anytime you go in through Kentucky, make sure you check in with Scuba Steve-O.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try so hard to go to the Clash this year. That's where I'm setting my goals is for the Clash this year.
Yeah, that's the main event that I'm aiming for is the Clash.
Yeah.
And Nathan, we have a trade-off. He wants to go to Blade Show, and I want to go to the Clash. So we're gonna try to make it work.
The Blade Show.
The Blade Show.
I don't think financially.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
When I was younger, my grandfather took me to a couple. It was like, I guess it was like gaming and hunting show or something like that, to where like they would have, you could actually purchase different like rifles and things like that, and they had like a little station where you could build a bullet, and you could have
like reloading.
bullet. Yeah, there was like a reloading station, but they wouldn't put the actual like firing mechanism in there. So it was basically it's just like a hollow bullet. So it wasn't dangerous. It wouldn't explode on you, but you
they
could
leave
have
the gunpowder out.
Then a kid could have their own little bullet and stuff, and they would have like different like dog shows and stuff that would be going on, where they'd have a highly trained hunting dog showing you like going out to the lake to get the rubber duck and all that stuff. And so really cool different things that we would do when I was a kid. And we'd go like fishing and stuff like that too. So I was talking to my grandpa, like, since he's my only grandparent left, it's like, like, we're gonna go fishing this year, Grandpa, and maybe not hunting since deer season's already over, but we're definitely going fishing this year. My dad was born in St. Louis. My grandparents settled there after immigrating. I heard lots of stories from back in the day. I want to visit his childhood house one day. Yeah, that's
come visit.
All my family pretty much, migrated over from Germany and settled here in like the St. Louis area. My dad's family was like really more here in like St. Louis, and my mom's family was like kind of out more in like the southwestern direction, more like in like Arnold and stuff like that, in like the outskirts beyond St. Louis County.
Yeah, the southern outskirts of southern St. Louis County.
Yeah. My dad was born. There's awesome, plenty of fish fam here. Yeah, I was surprised at how many of us are actually here.
Yep.
You got us two, and then you got Lady Diane, and you got Fishy Biz Aquatics is here, and Fish Tank Dad. He's not. I don't think he's technically like a YouTuber, but
he's part of the fish fam.
He's part of the fish fam. Like, you'll see him in chats and stuff like that, but I don't think he makes any videos. He might post a short every now and then. I've never actually looked though.
And then there's Science Gal Carrie.
Yep, Science Gal Aquatics lives close enough to St. Louis to where we include her. She's a Missouri fish keeper for sure, but she lives out in Springfield, so she's a couple hours away.
Yeah, I think it's Rolla.
Oh yeah, she's not as far as Springfield. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's plenty to do in St. Louis.
Oh yeah. There's plenty to do in St. Louis. And then, there's also a lot of different stuff just around the area. If you go 2 hours kind of northwest, you have a really, really awesome town called Hannibal, which is just like a town that has been frozen in time. And you can ride on the old steamboats and do like the Tom Sawyer Trail and all this stuff, because that's where Mark Twain lived, was in Hannibal, Missouri. And so you get that. And then, if you go, 2 hours kind of southwest, you got the Lake of the Ozarks, where there's a whole lot of really cool stuff there.
A lot of caves.
And then, there's the Merrimack area where there's all the different caves and little river systems where you can go floating. or just go, spelunking through the caves.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's so much cool things there. And then, I guess there's also, what is it? Mammoth Rock or
Yeah.
Elephant Rock.
Elephant Rock. What is it? Mammoth. There's something mammoth.
Mammoth Cave.
Oh.
I think it's Mammoth Cave.
Mammoth State Park.
Mammoth State
Mammoth
Park. Yeah.
State Park.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's in Raleigh.
Yeah, there's a like a little mini attraction at Macedon State Park. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like stairs, and there's like a goal that you're supposed to count the stairs, and at the end they'll tell you how many stairs there actually are and see if you counted them correctly.
Mammoth Cave is in Kentucky. Yeah. So
Macedon.
I was right about Mammoth Cave. Yeah, Macedon State Park is in Missouri, but yeah, Mammoth Cave is in Kentucky.
Wild Bird Sanctuary, which I would just Kelsey called me.
Wild Bird Sanctuary. We also have the Wolf Sanctuary, which is one of the only places in the United States where you can actually see all the different species of wolves in one place. They have the maned wolf, they have the timber wolf, and they have the what is the other one? I can't think of right now.
Right next to World Bird Sanctuary, there's Lone Elk State Park.
Lone Elk State Park. We have Grant's Farm, which is like it's like a whole little zoo in itself, but it's kind of more interactive than like a normal zoo.
Yeah.
And they have like a whole like restaurant and bar there too, so that's great.
Yep.
One of the best zoos in the entire world is in St. Louis as well, and it's free.
It's free. We also have Jellystone Park, which if you come around like the end of November, December, then you'll have Santa's Magical Kingdom at Jellystone Park.
So you get to drive around and see all the cool Christmas lights and stuff, surrounded by a bunch of different cool deer and things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jellystone is pretty sweet, for sure.
Yeah. And of course,
rivers, we got them. I've been there. Nice game.
They actually have a giant Yogi Bear statue at Jellystone Park.
Yeah. And it's right there close to Six Flags, too. So
yes. And Six Flags. And Grant's Farm, where President Grant lived, they still have his original cabin.
Yep. And that's where all the Clydesdales for Anheuser-Busch are as well. So you can go see like the world's largest horse.
Yep.
And they're really big.
They're really big. City Museum. Oh my God, the City Museum. That's a whole day. That's a whole day.
The City Museum is a whole day.
Yeah.
It's like it's got all these different jungle gyms and things to climb through and interactive stuff. And there's a bar, so you can just get drunk and just become a child.
Yeah, I say it's not a traditional museum. No. It is not. They have a TikTok.
It's not a museum when you really think of what a museum is, because museums are exhibits that are look but don't touch. This is the complete opposite. This is touch everything and climb everywhere and do everything.
So they do have educational areas like artisans where they'll have like glass blowers and other like artisan exhibits and stuff. But yeah, it's mostly just a giant playground.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
There is there's like an Egyptian art thing where you can kind of walk through that. But there's like a giant wooden hamster wheel that you can run on. There's like a 7-story slide that you have to climb up all these stairs to slide down.
There's a Ferris wheel and a bus on the roof.
There's a Ferris wheel and a bus on the roof. And there's all these like wire jungle gym stuff outside. Inside, there's even more of that through like this entire like sea sculpture of like a giant whale where you can climb in the whale's mouth. And next thing you know, you're back in this other area, and it's really, really cool. And
apparently the world's largest pair of underwear is there. Nathan just told me.
The whole size.
There's a really old piano that you can play on, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then there's like a skate park in there
Yeah.
as well, but
Mhm.
there's no skates and there's no skateboards or anything like that. You just run around with like ropes and stuff.
Yeah. It's really cool. And then there's the Magic House.
Transportation. There's a sculpture park.
There's the Magic House. There's what else is free? Oh, the
Magic
Science
House,
the Science Center.
the Science Center, the History Museum, the Art Museum.
Yep.
So
Sculpture
much
Park
stuff.
is so cool. I used to hang out there back when, because I went to school in South County where the Sculpture Park is. We used to hang out there all the time. Oh, it's so cool.
And then, you could always, check out the Arch too. But
I guess.
honestly, the Arch is so boring when it comes to St. Louis. It's like, I guess, the traditional like touristy thing that you have to do whenever you come to St. Louis, I guess. But I mean, being an actual St. Louisan, the Arch is just incredibly boring. You go up
Yeah,
in this
it is.
rickety, shaky elevator, and then you're
Tiny.
600
Tiny.
and then you're 600 feet in the air and you can look down and everything. And then you got to go back down another one of those weird shaky elevators because the elevator doesn't go, straight up. It goes in an arch. So literally you're either on the front side or the back side of this elevator and you're going up and you're progressively going farther and farther back. And then it just kind of jumps and goes forward, and then you just like continue to go up, and you're just kind of going back, and then and so like if you're claustrophobic, the Arch is definitely not for you.
Those elevators are tiny. They say they can fit 4 people. Like they'll squeeze 4 people in there, but it's not comfortable.
Yeah. Crypt Keeper Aquatics, what's up? Thanks for popping in the last 10 minutes of the stream. Great to see you.
That's because you've been there 100 times. Yeah, a lot of school trips to the Arch.
Yeah.
A lot of school trips.
Honestly, I think I've only been to the Arch like maybe 5 times in my entire life. But
only 5 times. That's a lot.
It is, I guess.
That's a lot. To the same place. 5 times to the same. At least like the art
I don't
museum.
know. I've been to Taco Bell like 5 times a week before. So
that changes though.
Yeah, but
no, because I always get the same thing every time I go to Taco Bell.
I'd say at least whenever we
I've
go
gotten
to
the same 2 items from Taco Bell ever since I was a kid.
But food is different.
Food is different.
Yeah.
We get the exact same thing for lunch or breakfast every Sunday.
You do. Every Sunday from Mattingly's, he always gets the chicken fried steak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then a side of
steak for breakfast is so good.
And then a side order of biscuits and gravy, and then 4 pieces of bacon. The cashier or the waitress has him down. She just automatically inputs his order, and then she looks at me like, "All right, what are you doing today?"
You get the chicken fried steak with the gravy. You get the biscuits and gravy.
Yep.
You get a gigantic sausage link, and then poached eggs, and then you got me.
That sounds good too. Yep.
I always order poached eggs unless the place doesn't know how to poach an egg.
Yeah.
Then it's like, sunny side up or something like that.
People were skinnier when it was built. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People were definitely a lot smaller when it was built.
Nano says, "Hell no, no weird elevators for me." It is a very weird elevator.
Yeah.
And then if you go up on a windy day, sometimes if it's too windy, they don't let you up. But yeah, if you catch it on a windy day, it sways.
Yeah.
Which is freaky in itself.
But yeah, I mean, the Arch is very stable in the way that it's built. But even so, in the wind, it'll kind of do this little like warpy thing.
Because it has to. It has to be flexible for earthquakes and for the wind so it doesn't blow over or, break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. George, hello.
George RB3.
I'm sure there's others. I mean, all restaurants like the Hill, the Del Mar Loop.
That's everything on the Del Mar Loop.
Everything on the Del Mar Loop.
See, I like my eggs gooey.
There's the Muni, if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like live shows and stuff, like live theater, the Muni's great.
I mean, there's also the Fox Theater too, which is basically our own Broadway.
It is our Broadway. Yeah, that's where Broadway plays whenever they come to St. Louis. Is at the Fox Theater.
Double hell no, too scared of heights. Exactly. Yeah, Diane, like that's when it's fun, windy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like my eggs gooey. Especially poached eggs. Like I want that egg white really, really soft, and I want to break that poached egg open, and I want that yolk to just go everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Nathan's over there making comments.
It is what it is.
I guess Brennan never popped in chat. What a butthead.
He's probably just getting everything set up.
He's probably putting his daughter to bed.
Yeah, especially after you take a nap, like you wake up and you don't even know where you are for the first 10 minutes.
Right? He's probably like, "Ah, shoot, I gotta get her to bed."
If scrambled, they cannot be runny, but not cooked dry either. See, yeah, I like my eggs on the runny side. I like to dip the egg in other egg,
Yep. So at Mattingly's, they have what's called the Matt Slinger, and it's hash browns or country fried potatoes, and then chili. I feel like I'm missing something. Cheese. Oh yeah, shredded cheddar cheese on top, melted shredded cheddar, and then you can have egg on top. I always get it sunny side or over easy, right? Yeah, over easy, and make sure that yolk is runny because you bust it open and just covers everything. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
so freaking
good. At Paris, where I always go for karaoke, one of the burgers they have is called the Hangover Burger.
Yeah,
and it's like a burger with cheese and bacon, and then they put a fried egg on top of it as well, and then it's got like this like smoky barbecuey honey mustard type sauce that's just it's so good. But yeah, when you take that first bite and then the whole burger just gets covered in egg yolk, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, the whole Forest Park campus. But usually whenever you go to the zoo or go to the art museum,
it's just amazing. If you go in the winter, there's the ice skating rink. If you go in the summer, you can go fishing on the lake or just take a walk around the park. When I was, in high school, we would often go to Forest Park for cross country practice, and we would run the entire length of the park, twice, and then we'd go home.
Oh, and then the Anheuser-Busch Brewery.
The Anheuser-Busch Brewery. You can always go across the river into Alton, Illinois, and go over to Eagle Country, do some, viewing of some awesome bald eagles. There's some great bars over there, like Fast Eddie's and stuff like that.
Oh my God, Fast Eddie's!
Where they got your standard price drinks, but the food is so cheap where it's just like you can go and I think it's 29-cent peel away shrimp.
Oh my
they
God,
got like a half-pound burger on a stick for $1.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. That shrimp.
Why we can't fit in the elevators on the arch.
Right.
Exactly. Later, James B. I will see you next week. And you know what? We're right here at the end of the show anyway. We got 30 seconds left. So let me take a second here to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with Gina and I tonight. I had a great time chatting away with all y'all and seeing y'all here.
Yes.
I'm really excited for, what 2023 is going to bring all of us here in the Fish Fam, with all the different stuff that people plan on doing, all the different plans that I have, and who knows? I'm really hoping to get cuttlefish before the end of the year, but I mean, I might not. I might still just be working so hard on getting different aspects of my reef going. But
You'll at least have corals in it.
I will definitely have a saltwater tank running with corals and maybe some inverts by the end of the year too. So yes. Well, Gina, you got anything you want to say to anybody?
No, I'm good. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Everybody have a great night. We will see you next week on another episode of Fishing Friends. So, take good care of your fish tanks. I will see you next time. And, so long. Thanks for the fish.